Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and it's new release Sunday here today on the channel. That's right, we have no episode of the Warzone this week, so we figured we'd bring you new release Saturday on Sunday. Today we're going to be discussing Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newton, Katie O'Brien, Bill Murray, Michelle Pfeiffer, Corey Stoll, and Michael Douglas. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here today once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, there's no Warzone today, no weekly acquisition report, so we're bringing you new release Saturday on Sunday, making it a new release Sunday. And today we're going to discuss Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And as our movie opens, we see Janet Van Dyne during her days of entrapment in the quantum realm as she encounters an exiled traveler named Kane. In the present day, after the Battle of Earth, Scott Lang has become a successful author, having published his memoir, and he has been living happily with his girlfriend, Hope Van Dyne. Scott's now teenage daughter, Cassie, has become a political activist, resulting in her spending some time in jail before being bailed out by her father, whom she has become estranged from since he started focusing more on his celebrity status than his duties as Ant-Man. While visiting Hope's parents, Hank Pym and Janet, Cassie reveals that she has been working on a device that can establish contact with the quantum realm. Upon learning of this, Janet panics and forcefully shuts off the device. But the message has already been received, resulting in a portal that opens and pulls the five of them into the quantum realm. Scott and Cassie are found by natives who are rebelling against their ruler, while Hope, Janet, and Hank explore a sprawling city in order to try and find answers. Hope, Hank, and Janet meet with Lord Krylar, a former ally of Janet's, who reveals how things have changed since she left, and that he is now working for Kane, who is now the quantum realm's ruler. The three are forced to flee and steal Krylar's ship, while the Lanes, meanwhile, are told by rebel leader Gentora that Janet's involvement with Kane is indirectly responsible for his rise to power. The rebels soon come under attack by Kane's forces, which are led by MODOK, who is revealed to be none other than Darren Cross, having survived his apparent death at Scott's hands. Aboard Krylar's ship, Janet confesses to Hope and Hank why she wanted nothing to do with the quantum realm ever again. Kane had claimed that he and Janet could both escape from the quantum realm if she helped him rebuild his multiversal power core. After they managed to repair it, Janet saw a vision of Kane conquering and destroying entire timelines. Kane reveals that he was exiled by his own variants out of fear, which then drove Janet to turn on him. Outmatched, Janet used her Pym particles to enlarge the power core and render it unusable. Kane eventually conquered the quantum realm sometime afterward, and Janet had been fighting him ever since until the day she was rescued. The Langs are then taken to Kane, who demands that Scott help him get his power core back, or he will kill Cassie. Scott is then taken to the Corps' location and shrinks down. He is nearly drowned in a sea of his own variants, but Hope arrives and helps him acquire the power core. However, Kane reneges on the deal, capturing Janet and destroying her ship with Hank on it. After being rescued by his own aunts, who were also pulled into the quantum realm, Hank helps Scott and Hope as they make their way to Kang. Cassie rescues Gentora, and they commence an uprising against Kane and his army. During the fight, Cassie convinces Cross to turn sides and fight Kane, although he sacrifices his own life in the process. Janet fixes the power core as she, Hank, Hope, and Cassie jump through a portal back home, but Kane attacks Scott, nearly beating him into submission. Hope returns, and together with Scott, they destroy the power core with a combination of Pym particles, and they knock Kane into it, causing him to be pulled into oblivion. Cassie then reopens the portal on her end for Scott and Hope to return home. As Scott happily resumes his life, he begins to rethink what he was told about Kane's death, being the start of something terrible happening. But he brushes it off. In a mid-credit scene, numerous variants of Kane are concerned by Earth 616's increasing interest in the multiverse, and they begin to plot their uprising. In a post-credit scene, Low-Key and Mobius M. Mobius locate another Kane variant named Victor Timely on Earth in the early 1900s, and our movie comes to its end. Now, this one was fun for me on a couple different levels. Number one, it's the MCU, and I just enjoy the MCU movies. Even the ones that have been deemed bad by most people's standards, I find something to enjoy within them. So this MCU movie, Paul Rudd, hilarious, enjoyed it on that level. Secondly, it was a family movie outing. Myself, my girlfriend, my daughter, my girlfriend's kids all went to the theater together to see it. We were like 6 deep. And so getting to see the movie through different eyes was enjoyable in of itself, because I like things that maybe my girlfriend not necessarily didn't like, but she liked other things. I mean, everyone had certain things about the movie that they enjoyed on their own level. So that was fun. My only gripe with this movie, if there's a gripe to be had, no Luis. Like, he is a scene stealer, and one of the best things about the Ant-Man movies, no Luis, not even a mention of him. No Kurt, no Dave, none of Scott's ex-con buddies are in this movie. And that was a bit of a bummer. Granted, not really sure where they could have fit in here with the story that was told. But at least in the prologue and the epilogue, when Scott's just kind of going through his motions of his life now, post blip, post Thanos, could have had a cameo or something. But they're not in it at all. And that was a bit of a bummer. Other than that, though, I really enjoyed it. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a fourth Ant-Man movie. You know, we're just going to have to see how time dictates things and what Kevin Feige's master plan is for phase 5, 6, and beyond. But as of right now, I enjoyed the movie. It was fun. It was your standard science fiction popcorn flick. When it comes to my rating for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. And that's solely because no Luis, first time seeing it. Over time, this may grow. It may go up to 4.5 or 5 stars. I don't know if it'll ever get to 5-star status because of no Luis. That was a big thing for me because me and my family, we love Luis's character. But over time, it could definitely crawl up to 4.5 stars. But 4 out of 5 stars for now, I think is fair. Also, over repeat viewings, it could always drop. Maybe it doesn't have the rewatchability down the line that some of the other MCU films have. So maybe down the line, it would drop down to 3.5 or 3 stars. But as it is right now, 4 out of 5 for me for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. What did you guys think? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And we're going to wrap up Black History Month for this year as we take a look at Crush Groove, the fictitious retelling of the creation of Def Jam Records, starring Blair Underwood, Run DMC, The Fat Boys, Curtis Blow, Sheila E., New Edition, Rick Rubin, LL Cool J, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You're not going to want to miss out on that. Right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on Renegades Reviews, wrapping up Black History Month with Crush Groove. Such a fun movie. I know you're going to enjoy it. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Paul Rudd, fans of Evangeline Lilly, fans of Bill Murray, fans of Jonathan Majors, fans of Michael Douglas, fans of Michelle Pfeiffer, fans of Marvel and Marvel movies and the MCU, fans of Ant-Man or the Wasp, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized and begin making money on the hard work I've put into this channel for the last 2 years. Thank you once again to everyone who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you will ever know, and I will see you guys next time.